need with the beacon?
Press passes.
I was hoping to speak with the detective in charge, ask me a few questions.
No, I think he's already answered your questions, Miss Reed.
We just got here.
Yes, ma'am, you did, but another reporter from your paper's already here.
Hey there. You're from the Beacon?
Carl Kolchak.
Hi, I'm Perry Reed, and this is Jane McManus. We're from the Beacon.
You can go.
Excuse me?
Well, obviously it's a mix-up, but well, I've got the assignment. You can go.
Do you even work for the Beacon, Mr. Horshak?
Kolchak. Today's my first day.
Yeah, well, the mix-up's yours, Mr. Kolchak, because this is my story.
Look, I've already got the story, and it's not the one they're peddling to those clowns outside either. I even took the photos.
What is the story?
Emily Gale, age 32, reported missing by husband Henry, 37, when he came home this morning from his job as a night watchman. Signs of violence suggest foul play.
That it?
No, that's not it.
Well, what else do you have?
I have confidential sources, Miss Reed.
First day on the job, you got confidential sources?
Yeah, what do those sources tell you,
That even though no body's been found, they think this is a murder with husband Henry prime suspect. They even have a nice juicy motive.
Which is?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, I would. And I intend to.
No one actually gave you the assignment, did they, Carl?
Well, you asked me to cover crime, did you not, Tony?
That's my beat. You can't just go back
Harry,
and...
please. You know, most people come in the office, meet their colleagues, get a desk, before they start snagging stories.
I thought you'd value my enterprise.
And I do, Carl. But Perry is the senior crime reporter at this paper.
She's the senior crime reporter?
I've been here 4 years.
Do you know how long I've covered crime?
Do I care?
The two of you are expected to get along. Is that clear?
Crystal.
Yes.
Good. The story's hers.
Gray.
Detective Cray, Perry Reed. I'm calling about that missing woman in the desert, Emily Gale. We heard you guys are treating this as a murder case.
None of my guys would source information like that. I can't give you anything beyond the official statement, all right?
Thank you.
How's it coming?
I need to know who your sources are.
Well, a good reporter always protects his sources.
Kolchak, you heard what Vincenzo just said. This is my story.
Of course it is, and you can use my information if you want it.
No, I can't. Not without knowing who your sources are.
Harry, you do want to know the nice, juicy motive, don't you?
What is it?
Emily Gale was pregnant. That's why they think he killed her.
Yo! What is it saying?
Officially, Gale's being questioned for the murder of his pregnant wife. Her fetus was torn from her body.
Oh, man. Torn how?
It doesn't say. And they're still looking for the murder weapon.
It's just like Kolchak said.
Yep.
How did he know?
Mr. Medlock, I'm sorry for your loss. We have to do this. A member of the family has to make the identifications.
Honey, the doctor needs to see Daddy and me alone for a minute. Are you okay waiting here?
It's a little scary, isn't it? The bodies of dead people used to scare me, too. Until I realized it. Well, the people living in those bodies, they aren't there anymore. They went someplace else.
I'm still afraid
Of what?
of what's out there.
Who are you?
Carl Kolchak. I'm a reporter.
Honey, go wait out there. How the hell did you get in here?
I'm writing about your sister's death. The police think your brother-in-law killed her.
Of course he did. How dare you come in here?
Come on. Come on, let's go.
Mrs. Medlock?
Come to gloat?
Well, you've got the story.
Yeah, the same one as everyone else.
Not necessarily.
What's that?
Emily Gale's brother and his wife.
What, you talked to them?
Yeah, we had a little chat in the morgue.
May I?
Of course. It's for you. You see, he believes his brother-in-law's guilty, but the wife doesn't.
I don't see where she said that.
She didn't exactly, but she gave me this look.
Oh, look. She gave you a look.
Well, she obviously believes he's innocent.
I see. So, who does she believe killed Emily Gale?
Well, that's up to you to find out. But you want a fresh angle? That's the lead.
Carl. Why can't you let this story go?
Just run out to the store. I'll be right back, Petunia.
Julie?
I just returned from the hospital when my wife, Trish, is in the ICU, fighting for her life. My daughter's out there somewhere. If you took Julie, please bring her back. I'm begging you.
Carl. Thank you. How'd it go?
Oh, lots of questions, no answers. The theory being they're now looking for a serial killer of some kind.
They think the little girl's dead?
Well, they aren't telling the father that. Hey, you might want to call Henry Gale's attorney. See if he'll talk now that the charges have been dropped.
Wow. Kolchak, I would have thought you would have tried to get that interview for yourself.
I did, actually.
Without asking me first?
Yeah, he wouldn't return my calls. Seeing as you're the senior crime reporter.
Well, that's good thinking, Carl. But the interview's already been granted.
Really?
Want to come? Gumby do something to piss you off? You knew I had that Henry Gale interview before you asked, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
That's what I thought. Ed Medlock thought you killed his sister, Mr. Gale. Have you spoken to your brother-in-law?
I know what he told you. I guess there are no answers. People get desperate for an explanation. Sometimes they believe the unbelievable.
Did you see or hear anything before you left? Like, say, an animal?
An animal. Yeah, sometimes coyotes come down getting the garbage cans, but I didn't think anything of it.
Did you actually see this coyote?
No. Why? Is that important?
Thank you, Mr. Gill. What was that about? Good morning. Morning.
Agent Fain.
Agent Fain, hi, I'm Perry Reed with the LA Beacon.
How can I help you, Perry Reed from the LA Beacon?
I'm calling about Carl Kolchak.
Carl Kolchak. Where is he?
He works with me here at the Beacon.
Is that right?
I know he used to work for the paper there in Las Vegas and that he was being questioned regarding a murder case.
Are you gonna write a story about this, Ms. Reed? Because none of Kolchak's buddies out here in Vegas would.
Is there a story?
Oh, hell yes there is, if you're willing to write it. Carl Kolchak is a murderer.
Hey, got a minute? Yeah, sure. All right, when you asked Henry Gale about an animal, it got me thinking. These are shots I took from the Gale home and the motel. Now, I wasn't trying to photograph the dirt, but look. Tracks. They're pretty much all just partials, but then I found this.
Oh, an ambulance?
No. Behind it. What the hell is it, Kolchak?
Ms. Reed?
Agent Fain, thank you for taking the time.
Of course.
What is it you want me to see out here?
This is where Kolchak killed his wife.
Are you sure about that?
Of course, that's not his story.
Kolchak says he pulled over to avoid a head-on collision. That's when he said it happened.
What was it?
He said he never got a good look at it. He claimed that whatever it wasn't human. Pretty convenient, don't you think? Killing his wife, leaving him alive.
He was never charged?
Insufficient evidence. I've answered your questions, Ms. Reed. Now, answer mine. Why are you investigating Carl Kolchak?
The ambulance was parked back there when I took the picture.
Which means, whatever it was running over here.
How do you know that?
These marks. One set here and one over there.
So, there's two of these things?
Well, at least. But no drag marks.
Drag marks?
Yeah, Emily Gales was dragged. There's no drag marks here and no blood.
Which means what?
Well, maybe they didn't drag her off. Maybe they carried her off. Instead of looking for her body, the police should be looking for that little girl alive.
I don't understand. What kind of animal carries off a little girl?
Who said this thing's an animal?
It's not an animal, but it leaves tracks. Okay, now you're freaking me out. Harry? What's going on?
If it isn't my old friend Carl.
Agent Fain?
Talk to the authorities out here, Carl. Seems this case that you're, investigating has uncanny similarities to your wife's murder.
What?
Where is he?
Still being questioned.
I understand I have you to thank for this.
You knew what happened in Las Vegas and didn't say anything.
That's nobody's business.
Hiring a murderer?
Accused murderer.
That's reassuring.
It's not my job to reassure you.
Were you aware Kolchak claims some sort of beast killed his wife and that a judge ordered him held for psychiatric evaluation?
Yes, I understand that he recanted that story.
After 6 months, and the FBI still considers him a suspect.
And that's all he is?
Regardless of how you feel about him, you have to wonder why he's been so interested in this case from the very beginning.
You mean why a man would be drawn to a story that so closely mirrors his own? Five years ago, I'm working the night desk at the Vegas Daily News when this kid walks in. He tells me he's got proof that Fremar Holdings is paying off city officials.
Fremar graft case?
That kid was Kolchak. It turned into the biggest corruption scandal in Nevada history. It made my career. And his. For 2 years, he lived that story 24/7. The DA brought 32 indictments, got 28 convictions. But the capper is, the day old man Fremar himself is convicted, Kolchak is a no-show.
Where was he?
Irene was sick. He stayed home to take care of her. And he missed the biggest day of the biggest story of his career. So do I think Kolchak went to pieces when his wife died? Of course I do. But killed her?
The prisoner emerges.
They done with you?
For now. All I have is their fevered imaginations. Thanks for the lift.
Hey, Kolchak, when I went to the FBI, I was just asking questions. I didn't mean to get you arrested.
But you're not sure I'm innocent either, are you? Perry?
It's your house, right?
Yeah.
Why's your front door busted open?
Agent Fain, I presume.
Let me help you clean this up.
I need a beer. How about you?
Sure.
Bottle okay?
That's fine.
It's my wife.
Why would you keep these?
Look at her left hand.
What is it?
I don't know. But she didn't have it before she died. It's the same marks here in Seattle 5 months ago. And again in Sacramento 6 weeks ago. And again, and again, and again.
So you're telling me all these people were killed by the same thing that killed your wife?
That's just it. None of them were. Laura Brow, convinced someone's gonna burn her to death, locks herself in her house. Next morning, her body's found incinerated by 2,500-degree heat. The floor beneath her isn't even singed. Glenn Barger kills himself in Idaho. His suicide note confesses to 3 murders. Correct in every detail. Only the murders are committed after his death. Andre and Arlene Bormanis move into an old house with 2 children. They report strange sounds. They think they have a ghost. The police ignore it until they're all found hanging in the attic.
I don't understand the connection.
I don't either. But there is one.
You never had any confidential sources, did you? You knew Emily Gale's murder would match your wife's before the police did. How?
Maybe it's like Agent Fain said. Maybe I know because I did kill her.
Or?
The body of a drifter was found in the desert last week, not 2 miles from Emily Gale's house. She was killed the same way.
But if you knew they were coming for someone, why wouldn't you go get help?
From who? My psychiatrist?
Why kill that woman and take that little girl? Why kill your wife, and why not you?
My wife had a secret that she was going to tell me the night she died. I didn't find out what it was until the autopsy.
She was pregnant.
They tore the fetus from her body.
Did Emily Gale have that same mark on her body?
I don't know. They won't release the autopsy photos.
So what about all these other people? You're telling me they all have this mark?
Most of them don't. But some do. All these strange deaths. Like pieces in a puzzle I'm trying to put together. Look, something terrible is happening. But no one sees it because no one wants to.
I think I could use that beer now.
You think I'm crazy, don't you?
I think it's like the man said. You desperately want an explanation. So you believe the unbelievable.
That little girl is still out there. And I'm the only one asking questions that could save her. Yeah. Okay, I'll be right there. That was Jane. He just responded to a call about some wild animals near a girls' school.
What happened? Girl inside heard scratching. When the headmistress went to go look, she saw something run off. She told the police it was an animal.
That's what you're basing this on?
Well, that and those tracks that we found at the motel. They're here too.
That's why they left.
The lights?
Yeah, they're motion sensors.
Look here.
What's this proof?
That these things Kolchak's looking for were here.
Or wolves or coyotes or armadillos for all I know.
Armadillos.
All I'm saying is that this proof of yours is anything but. What are you doing?
Hunting.
Give me the keys.
What for?
You can ride home with Elmer Fudd. I've had enough.
Kolchak!
It's a coyote.
What?
The common Canis iatrans found throughout North America.
That doesn't look like any coyote I've ever seen.
It was badly mangled when Kolchak hit it, son.
Release the body so we can get independent confirmation of your findings.
That's not possible.
Why not?
Animal control picked up the body a half hour ago. It's been cremated.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Could write the story anyway.
Saying what?
What happened? You know what really happened?
What, that we saw Coyote and mistook it for something else?
The hottest places in hell are reserved for those who in times of moral crisis remain neutral.
Jane, what are you talking about?
Did that look like a coyote to you?
No, it didn't. But why would they lie?
Because Fane's so desperate to put me away, he'd suppress any evidence that links my wife's death to Emily Gale.
Agent Fane told me there were human footprints in the dirt outside of Emily Gale's
Well, then
house.
why won't he release the autopsy photos? Because he knows what they show. That Emily Gale's body has the same mark as Irene's did.
Only she didn't. I got Fane to release the photos. Sorry, Kolchak. She doesn't have the mark. I know how badly you want answers, Carl. To know who or what killed your wife.
She was afraid.
Your wife?
That little girl, Julie. When I met her, she said she was afraid of what's out there.
She probably knew the killer.
She's not dead, Perry.
I know you want to believe that, Carl. And trust me, so do I. But it's been 2 days.
There were no drag marks outside the motel and no blood. I'm telling you, they carried her away.
They?
Maybe these aren't the same things that killed my wife. Whatever they are, they killed Emily Gale and they took that little girl.
So these animals, they have purpose, intelligence?
Somebody order piping hot coffee? What is it?
Come on.
Come on, I got the coffees.
The vaporized right outside the school was a sort of chemical LoJack.
What's it tracking?
The other one of those coyotes, I guess. This is near where Emily Gale's body was found. The signal's coming from that cave.
What happened?
We lost the signal.
You think she's down there?
I intend to find out.
We're going down there?
That's what I had in mind, yeah. Take this.
What is it?
Cattle prod?
Cattle prod? You have like a gun or something? Seriously, I think a gun might be better.
Yeah, you ever used a gun before?
No.
That's what I thought.
I've never used a cattle prod before either. So.
Shh. You hear that?
That's her. What is it?
I don't know. It was bats.
Great. That's no little girl. You think we went the wrong way?
I don't think so. Julie! Julie! We're gonna get you out of here, okay? I'll take you home.
Carl?
Yeah, I got her. I need you to jump. Don't look down, look at me. Look at me.
Hold Jack! I'm afraid.
I won't let you fall, okay? I promise. I won't let you fall. That's right. Look at me, look at me. I got you. I got you. Let's go.